BMW has a long and illustrious history of coupes, but over the last 20 years has started turning its attention to SUVs. In between, it's blended the two, like this, the new BMW X2. SUV ride height, a 5-door form, but an identifiable coupe history brought to the fore. The lines between passenger car and SUV have been well and truly blurred with the new X2. At first glance, it looks even more hatch-like than BMW's own 1 Series range. With the related X1 filling the role of a versatile and spacious family car, the X2 gets to dress up a little thanks to its lowered roofline and sleeker style, aimed straight at the hearts of aspirational young professionals. Even with the focus on aesthetics, the X2 manages to double up as a fully functional 5-door. An unchanged wheelbase compared to its more practical sibling means rear seat space is still up to scratch for adults. And while the roof may be a little lower, it hardly impacts on passenger space. The first of 3 X2 variants for Australia will be the 2-wheel drive S-Drive 20i petrol, with 141 kilowatts and 280 newton metres. Joined in a few months' time by this car, the all-wheel drive X-Drive 20D diesel, with a 140 kilowatt and 400 newton metre engine. To go with the different engines, BMW will also provide different automatic transmissions, meaning a new 7-speed dual-clutch auto for the petrol versions, while the diesel uses an 8-speed torque converter auto. From behind the wheel, the X2 tends to hide its higher riding stance well, feeling a lot more like a passenger car than an SUV on the roads around Portugal, where the X2 X-Drive 20D was launched. BMW defines the X2 as an SAC, or Sport Activity Coupe, blending the best of SUV and coupe. To do that, they've taken the X1's mechanical package, but tuned a unique suspension and damper package to give it a more sporty feel from behind the wheel. The X2 also shares its off-road capability with the X1, which makes it an ideal candidate for some very mild rough surface work, but too low and lacking in serious off-road hardware for genuine cross-country adventures. Economies of scale dictate that the X2 carries over the X1's interior. That means you get the same dash and centre stack design, but to amp things up a little bit, BMW's put in a unique double-stitched dash, different door trims and seat fabrics to give the X2 a unique and more sporting feel. There's no denying that the X2 exists only because it can. When BMW first created the so-called sport-styled SUV with its X6 range in 2008, the idea of large, high-riding SUV platforms underpinning a fastback form meant to turn heads instead of being purely functional met with plenty of controversy. And while there's still plenty of critics that haven't gelled with the concept, BMW reports that around a third of its sales mix between cars like the X5 and X6 or mid-size X3 and related X4 go to the fastback versions. With the lure of a premium badge and an overall aesthetic that promises to be somewhat more exclusive next to its taller and less exciting X1 stablemate, the new BMW X2 is bound to have an appeal with buyers looking to embody the bold and dramatic catchphrases of the X2's marketing push. Although it may not appeal to everyone, this likeable compact SUV is just the thing to sway the tide of opinion towards SUV coupes, even if the title itself remains a contentious one.